bang, king in the house with another Dokkan Battle video. And today, as you guys see before you, you will be watching my item. I use items. I don't care. It's part of the game. Leave me alone. I'm gonna jump back to this at a later date. But but I am going to be showing you this item run. It is the full power mission on the formidable foes, one of the most annoying game modes that they've dropped. But it was still fun. I enjoyed it. And today I'm joined. Today, my boy J Rich Gaming is joining us. Say what's up.
Gaming.
Hi. So, other than just talking about Dokkan and literally just Dokkan and Dokkan, I thought it would be nice for us to talk about, like, just like yesterday, for us to talk about some wrestling because, Mania season's right around the corner. We got about 4 weeks left. Well, 3 weeks left if you count this week. We got about 3 weeks left. And today I would like to talk about our top 10 favorite male and female wrestlers of all time. And to kick us off, because we're just going to jump right into it, to kick us off, Jay Rich, you start with your number 10. So we're going to do this in like a back and forth, and it's going to be our number 10 male, and then our number 10 female, and then so on and so forth. Sound cool with
What
you?
happened? What happened to females first? Ladies first.
Well, do you want to do ladies first? I mean, that's cool with you. That's cool with me.
Yes,
I
sir.
shoot. All right then. So
All
you can
right,
go ahead and
starting
start.
starting at number 10. She can be a cool teacher if you know what I mean. Michelle McCool.
Boy, ain't no way. Are you serious?
She's number 10.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So why is she in number 10? Why is she number
Yo,
10?
man, she always been bae. I enjoyed her bullying of Mickey James in the ring. I thought that was pretty cool. Remember, sometimes it's not always about wrestling because WWE is WWE World Wrestling Entertainment, and she entertained me plenty inside the ring and outside the ring. If you know what I'm.
Hey, nah. I completely understand that. I completely understand that. I vibe. I vibe. Now, my number 10 is Michelle McCool. Yeah, that's why I said you serious. Um, like when it came down to her being a not a face, because when she was a face, boy, she was god awful. She was god awful. But man, when she was a heel and she took, like you said, her bullying Mickey James, even though that was a very distasteful storyline, the Piggy James thing was very distasteful because let's be honest, Mickey James wasn't overweight. She didn't have a bad body or nothing like that. Vince just wanted her to be, anorexic skinny. But for the for the heel work that she had to do, man, she did phenomenal. She made that like Divas champion as a heel. Like she made it one of the things. She brought it to relevancy. I can't really take that away from Michelle. Shout out to Layla because Layla was involved in that too. So like, it's a little bit it's giving some love to Michelle and Layla, but that's on my end. That's the reason why I got her at number 10. She's in my top 10.
Alright.
Yeah, heel work was too good.
Yes, sir.
So, so we back to you. So you got to do your men's division,
Got who's?
huh?
You said who?
Men division.
All right, so if for me, number 10, this guy, it seemed like he like playing with fire. He got a crazy brother that's like into dead things or whatever. I have to put number 10, Kane. Yes,
Mm.
sir.
Okay. Now
Yes,
I
man.
remember you telling me he was one of your favorites. So like,
He was one of my favorites.
so I do want to know why. Like, You know
bro. It's
what?
just like back in the day, bro. I swear he just. I just thought that the fire thing was cool and his pyros. I thought it was
Loki.
cool that it was like it seemed like he was better than the Undertaker, and I'm all like, okay, okay, I'll rock with
Yeah,
this
all
man. He
jokes
pretty
aside, they
nice
used to
fella.
really make him feel like that. Like he was just cooler than the Undertaker in my opinion, with all the spooky wookie crap anyway. Cause like
Yep.
Fire Pyro never missed. That junk never missed.
All right.
Hell, even when he
And
turned on Undertaker,
slowly chemical or slow chemical
uh,
or however you name it,
slow
bro. That
chemical,
theme
slow
song was
chemical,
so fire, my guy.
by Finger 11, yeah, slow
Yep.
chemical. That joke was good. His theme was
Yep.
always good. So for me, my number 10 would have to be Goldberg. And ironically, it's from when I was a kid, man. Like, bro, that dude was larger than life when I was a kid, bro. Like, for no reason, he was over as hell. The spear in itself, like, bro, it took a while for us to get somebody that actually matched, Goldberg's spear. Like, nobody was matching that for a long time. The jackhammer was always freaking executed crazy. I don't really like when he came back. His last couple of runs is terrible. It's just one of
I
those.
mean, when he had came back, his feel was kind of exposed.
Yeah,
If
it
people
was
didn't know, then it was exposed heavily then when he came back.
exactly. So it's just kind of like he's in the top 10, but he's in the top 10 because, he basically was the squash master king. Squash match king. Gotta love him. Gotta give him that. So that's my number 10. So let's go ahead to your number 9 in the women's division.
All right, so this female, she always seems like she got the spotlight shining on her. You know, a lot of people like Canadian girls. This will go to Trish Stratus.
Okay.
Just know that she gave me every satisfaction I can ever have when I was a little kid. I enjoyed her wrestling.
Hey yo, chill. Hey yo, chill. Hey yo, chill. Woo! Woo! Oh, okay. Yo, this man said gave him every satisfaction, chat. What did it do?
Yep.
Yo, you okay? We ain't need to know what you was doing when you was a little kid, dog.
Don't worry about what I was doing as a kid.
Hey, I I'm about to throw a big ass curveball, and anybody watching this will probably know I'm throwing a big ass curveball. For me, my number 9 would have to be Caitlyn.
Okay.
Yeah, like ironically, she
Was it
is,
because of the spear?
yes. No female in the division, even today, has a better spear than Caitlyn, bro. Like Caitlyn's spear was executed clean. Like, granted, she definitely had more to, I feel like she had more to provide when it came down to the business. She had a lot more to provide. But again, knowing the stuff that we know now in terms of, the Vince McMahon stuff and all of that, like, you know what I mean? All of that crap. Understandable why she left, understandable why she wanted to go be a personal trainer again. All of that stuff makes a million and one cents. I just felt that she had something that we could have used in the women's division, and I do feel like she would have probably been a wonderful, not a divas champion, but like a women's champion. I felt like she definitely could have been rocking with, like, your Becky Lynch's, your Charlotte Flairs. I really and truly do. I feel like she was a diva in the, a woman in the divas division. So feeling good. Yep. Have a good day. Thank you. So that's my number 9. So your number 9 for the men's division would be, my
All
friend.
right. So, you know, this guy, look at him as a hero for 20 plus years. But he did the biggest turn of the century. Oh yeah, you know him. And he's the guy that you cannot see. It's John Cena.
Damn, he's in number nine.
John
Sheesh.
Cena.
That's boy. Okay.
Hey, his resume speaks for himself. I don't really have to explain nothing on that. He's a good wrestler. He
Yeah,
defied
Cena.
Lex Luger Doom.
Look,
He's
Cena
Super
does not
Cena.
need any explanation in any way, capacity, shape, or form. I completely understand. That man gave us memorable content, memorable matches.
Ruthless aggression.
Yeah, bruh. Hey, bro, punch the hell out of Kurt Angle, bruh. Had that man leaking. So, alright, I could respect that number nine position. I'm like, damn, he's low on the board, but I can't really talk
Maybe.
too much. I can't really talk too much. So for me, my number nine in the men's division is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret freaking Hart. Now, again, you most people would think that this is egregious for me putting him low in my top 10. Now, when I say with my top 10, for me, these are people that legit could easily be number one on the list without having to do much. Bret Hart in himself, his whole career speaks for itself, man. Like, you don't really have to do too much to really explain Bret Hart. Bret Hart is one of the best to ever do it. Point blank, period, man. This man carried his own cousin to a good match when his cousin was strung out, like hung over as hell. I ain't never seen nobody in current day do some mess like that. Legit, even though the Montreal screw job went down the way that it did, he was still putting on a wonderful show during that match. Unfortunately, my number 10 took out my number 9. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. The whole
I
reason
appreciate
why he
that.
had to retire was because Goldberg gave him a concussion.
Yes,
But,
sir.
but all that aside, I don't. There's not really much I need to explain when it comes down to Bret Hart, man. I grew up watching him. I grew up like my. I feel like my favorite match with him, if I remember correctly, it was him versus. Well, yeah, no, him versus Shawn Michaels. The whole Montreal Screwjob was actually my favorite match. That Iron Man match was amazing. That was actually the first Iron Man match my grandfather showed me. So that has a special place in my heart. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is it's on you. It's your number what, 8 in the women's division?
Now, this girl right here, one of my favorite powerhouses of all time. Some people says she captures the name of a Phoenix from X-Men, aka Beth Phoenix.
Mm.
The glamazon. Every time she put people up in that Grand Slam, and bam, 1, 2, 3, oh, she was wrecking these hoes.
Yeah, honestly,
I was captivated by her.
Beth Phoenix was again one of those divas that was ahead of her time. Like if Beth Phoenix was like in her like starting now, bro, Beth Phoenix would be crazy to watch, man. Like I can't even say that, excuse me, I can't even say that she'd be terrible because she'd be great. She would have been booked amazing as long as they didn't put her with Miss Yeah in Natalia. But other than that, she would have been great. She would have been entirely great. So I respect the decision. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. So for me, my number 8 is Kyrie Sane. And all I need to say is that elbow drop. That's it. That elbow drop. It's gorgeous. It is freaking
Sound like a
gorgeous.
crowd, bro.
Like she folds herself in half. I don't. I can't really put much more emphasis on it. The elbow drop is just too good, bro. Too good. Too good. That's real simple for me. I'm keeping it short and sweet. Her elbow drop is gorgeous to watch. She is amazing to watch in the ring, bro. Amazing. So it is your what, number 8 in the men's division.
You know, some people like to call this man a psychopath. He's on a quest for vengeance for whoever does him wrong. It's Drew McIntyre.
Oh, Big Papa Drew.
Woo,
I
and
I
this
mean,
man, I mean, I was somewhat of a fan of him before he left WWE when he was the chosen one, but when
yeah,
he went outside WWE, because he got fired and he like really made a name for himself and came back, I was like, ooh, I was like, okay, this man Claymore, everybody getting hands on.
yeah,
I like that.
bruh. The fact that the Claymore kick was actually invented on accident is still hilarious to me.
Right?
It is the fact that he did it by accident and was like, huh, people like that, and he just kept doing it. Like, again, shout out to Drew McIntyre,
His
the
promo work is too
MVP,
good for him not to be
the
on the top list.
MVP of 2024, bro. I will say this, and I kind of understand why he's frustrated, especially if you guys don't know. Like, he's frustrated with his position in the card for WrestleMania. Personally, I don't blame him for being frustrated. I don't. I don't. I don't. He should be having a better feud than Damian Priest. No shot at Damian Priest. Damian Priest is awesome, but like with all the work that that man was putting in, he should have at least, in my opinion, been fighting somebody from the bloodline like Jacob Fatu or something along that matter.
Yep.
But I digress. I digress. I ain't gonna say much to that. For me, my number 8 is the man that you can't see, John Cena. I don't need
John
to say
Cena.
much. I don't need to say much more than that. Yes, he is low on the list because the people that are higher than him on this list, they have more. They have done more in my in my head than for me than Cena. Cena's been a wonderful wrestler, even through the you can't wrestle, even through the 5 moves of doom and the predictability. He's been amazing. All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back over to my co-host, and it is his number 7 of the women's division.
So number 7, we got someone that like really wants you to put your eyes all on them, and she's making waves trying to be one of the best wrestlers of today. I'm talking about the gorgeous, the eye stealing, candy show, all that goodness, big booty Judy, the white girl with a little ass, Liv Morgan.
Oh,
I know I gave her a high ass introduction, but Liv Morgan, yes,
I- look, chat.
I
I'm gonna be
truly, I
nice and
truly
just let him
believe that
cook.
she can. I truly believe that she can be one of the best. Like I know Switch don't like her like that, but I really see potential for like growing because every single week she putting on bangers. Hell, she's showing her toughness because I was about like the few matches she had recently on Raw, just kicking out of finishers and shit. Rhea had to do 2 finishers to beat her, and mostly when Rhea do her riptide, it'll only take one, but Liv kicked out of it. Liz fight. She's a fighter. She's a champion.
Hey,
So,
I gotta respect it. I'm not gonna sit there and disrespect your list. You like Liv. I'm not saying that Liv is definitely improved, and I can't even BS on that. She's improved entirely. So I can't say much to that. But for me, my number 7 is the incomparable, unmatched, timeless Tony Storm. Bro, when I say it pissed me off that WWE lost Tony Storm, Tony Storm, Tony Storm is she is a woman that I did not think would be so good at first. And then I kept watching her matches and I was like, this girl is freaking phenomenal. And I get captivated by her work. Bro, like the whole timeless gimmick in AEW is phenomenal. Like character wise, she's crapping on like the majority of the roster in WWE. Just her. Like it's crazy to me. Like the same company that let her go is she's tearing it up in the other company and literally making it be like, yo, see, y'all shouldn't have lost me type ish. And that's what like it's
She even
crazy
got
for
a
me.
new superstar over her little
It,
photo gym.
yes, like Tony's freaking crazy, bro. And I love her ring work. I love everything about it. I will give a quick honorable mention for me in this position. It would have to be Athena, aka Ember Moon. It was very hard for me to make the women's division list because I was like, there's a lot of girls I like, but Ember Moon, she up there, bro. She up there, and Bailey. Bailey's up there. I just, I feel like ever since she had that knee injury, she lost the step, and you could tell. You could just tell. It's like sometimes she walks ginger as hell, but I'll leave it at that. You get, bruh, she be moving gingerly sometimes. I don't know if it's just me, but it be feeling like that. So, did I even say my number seven for the men's division? No, no, we are on number seven for the men's division. Okay, so you're number seven.
It will have to be Randy Orton.
Okay, and that speaks for itself. Randy Orton.
There you go.
I can't even be mad at that. It's Randy Orton. Um, I can't even say nothing to that. Look, I can't add much to that. For me, my number seven is Triple H. Like, the Cerebral Assassin was always and will forever be one of my favorite wrestlers to ever step foot on this planet. One of the greatest heels to ever do it. He created Evolution so that he made the Evolution walk and crawled and walked so that the bloodline could run. Like, just saying it how it is, bruh, because that's pretty much what that was a rehash of, which was Evolution. They they walked and crawled so that the bloodline could run. I didn't mind Evolution. I didn't. I liked it. Did it get played out after a while? Yes. However, uh, I gotta beat the rain. It's not gonna rain? Oh. Yeah, no, we don't need that. We don't need it to rain then. No raining. All right, Mama. I'll see you soon. Yes. So, like I said, we at work and we finishing up, y'all. So, like I said, Triple H need not to explain much more. And now we are on the number six for the women's division.
You know,
So,
some people like to call this girl a show. My bad. Some people like to say at WrestleMania she really shook the crowd of a hand gesture and gave a lot of people willies with a mini skirt on. Her name is Mickey James. Oh yes, sexy mama Mickey James, the milk that everyone wants, bro. I'm sorry, I had to, bro. It's just, bro. She's just a baddie, bro.
Mickey Fine. Mickey Fine,
She
bro.
was, she was always
Mickey
one of
Fine.
my favorites when I was a kid.
I
Still is
can't.
to this day. But I just can't put her as number one because there is women that I think wrestle better than her, but she's still a good wrestler. So it's just like,
Yeah. I will say, like, her off WWE, run has been phenomenal, but like I definitely can understand when you're like there are other wrestlers that wrestle better than her, even though like she's still up there, like
Hmm.
really well up there. Um, for me, well, we're on number six. For me, my number six would have to be the ninth wonder of the world, China.
Oh,
The the OG. I don't need to say much more. She is one of the pivotal women in WWE for me that was, that first gave that idea that what? Women could do this just like men could do this and they could do it on the same level. And yeah, growing up, I did goon. I'm not going to sit there and say that I didn't and I was Mr. Perfect. But I appreciate what she did back then versus like how much I appreciate it more now than I used to back then. You know what I mean? Like it's nice to see that we had that with other women too, with other women too. Shout out to Jacqueline, shout out to Jazz. We had a lot of other women doing it too, but she was always one that stood out for me. That was the one that stood out for me. So you're number six uh for the men.
oh well, some people says a good wrestler doesn't have to be the best speaker, but there's always the best hype man to hype them up to their full potential to maximize their ring output. This man's a beast. This man's a conqueror of the street. He eats, sleep, conquers, repeat. This man is.
Oh, there ain't much to say to that then. Okay, Brock Lesnar, I see it. I see it.
Brock
Look,
Lesnar always liked how dominant he was in the ring, bro. And every German suplex he did to his opponent, bro, it just felt like he was just out to
bruh,
just
like it really
take you
did.
out.
It really did. Like he really used to make it feel like, bruh, he's killing these people in this damn
And
ring.
then not to mention, it felt like it don't matter what side your ass was, your ass was getting it
Yes,
was
bruh. And it
it's
was
crazy, bro.
always the
It's
most
always crazy.
over the top. This man was yoking you up like you was a child and then
Real
flinging you around, bro. I was
no
like, yeah,
way,
nah,
bro.
you ain't doing that to me, bro. You is not doing that crap to me. Ain't no way. Man, yo, we said we were going through top 10, bro. We might make it to like bottom five. Then
Right.
we look, homie, we already like 28 in. I ain't even realize it.
Yep.
So, for my number six for the men's division is HBK, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
All right. All right.
Legit. One of the reasons DX. Another reason I know I don't have to really say it like DX, but like another reason was without that man we wouldn't have had ladder matches. Like homie gave us ladder matches. We can't even him and Razor Ramon. So we can't even sit there and like cap. So like that's one of the main reasons why I like him, bro. So we are at number five in the women's division.
Yep.
So that's all you, my guy. Take it away.
So this girl, she wear very colorful things when she comes to the ring. She even like to frighten her opponents. Hell, she got one hell of a streak that's like just phenomenal. I love it to this day. I wish it was still on to this day, but streaks are meant to be broken. This girl likes to put on a mask, that demon
Mm.
mask that make you fear while she's getting in the ring with her. Her name is Oscar.
Yeah. Oscar is that nobody was ready for Oscar except for Charlotte Flair. But that's beside the point. That was still trash and everybody knows it. But we ain't gonna get
Yep.
too much into that. For the sake of time, we definitely do need to
We'll
like,
just we'll just carry the rest of this over to another video because we got more videos to record. So look out for those.
yeah, yeah. So for me, my number five for the women's division is the one and only, as John Cena would like to have called her, as everybody else called her at the time, the whole bag herself, Lita. Like, bro, Lita, listen, Lita was awesome, bro. Like, I do understand she did something that I can't look at her and be like, girl, only thing I could ever say is, girl, why you do that? Like, but you grown. You gonna do what you do. Like, I can't judge you for what you gonna do. But at the end of the day, like, you did cause, like, and mind you, he's your homie, and you did cause him to lose his job. So that was a very bad move. That was a bad look on you. But other than that, everything else that she provided for the women's division can never ever be touched, can never ever be matched. And in itself, Lita was like, the pioneer to the ish we see today. She was part of it. And like we always got to give her her props. Always got to give her, her love. So we're gonna do our five of the men's division, and then we'll carry this over to the next video. Because you see, we were able to knock out, you know, yeah, we did a lot, but that's beside the point. So you go ahead, my friend.
So with this next entry, man, you think he was like a gold standard, but he goes beyond that because he got the power. He got the light all on him. He is flexing his muscles like there ain't no tomorrow. This man is the almighty Bobby Lashley.
Ooh,
Ooh,
that's a
this
nice
boy
pick.
was
That's a
ooh,
nice
boy.
pick. That's a
Oh,
nice
bro, back
pick.
in the day when he put people on the dominator, bro, oh, your ass was ooh, just
Yeah,
out of there.
I didn't even. I was, mind you, Lashley's in like for me, he's in my top 20. Like, I like him more than I like Brock.
Mm,
Just in the
that's why I
same.
had him higher than bro.
I like him. I like him more than I like Brock. Like all jokes.
Yep.
And I can't. He's Bobby
Bro.
Lashley is the
He was
ish.
just a different breed, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, this is the
Facts.
TNA. He didn't do as much as WWE and like how I would want it, but hey, it's not his company, But he
Yeah.
did the best he can to his ability.
Yeah. That I could respect. That I could respect. And for the last entry of the video, my number five is the Great One, The Rock. And obviously, we all know why it's The Rock. That man literally pioneered the freaking Attitude Era along with Triple H and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like we don't have to say much more to that. So, with all that being said, you guys got a little bit of a glimpse in our favorite wrestlers, and why we like them. So, is there anything you'd like to leave the people with?
Eat your green vegetables.
This man, eat your green vegetables. So, with all that being said, we will catch you guys in the next one. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat, and jump off like you got some heat. Yeet!